What is shadow work? Why is it important for creativity? Important for living, right? And living happily is important for creativity. Being self-aware and being able to master yourself is important for creativity. So a really, really good example. Yesterday, I am painting my bathroom and had on Grey's Anatomy because that's my soaps, my stories. And this episode where McDreamy, the world-renowned neurosurgeon, was super triggered. So that's how you know you've located your shadow. It's when you're triggered, right? Someone says something and it's like, something attacks, right? So watch out for that because that's how you know you are figuring out your shadow. What is shadow? It's something within yourself which you have not acknowledged, some subconscious fear or truth, something you aren't willing to give yourself or aren't willing to see or integrate. And you cannot be your full self in the world, your full powerful self, if you are not aware of how you work internally, of what you're working with, in what you're made of. Back to Grey's Anatomy, McDreamy going to have to perform surgery on a convict from Death Row. The backstory, if you don't know about McDreamy, is that his dad was unalived by a criminal in his youth, and then he was the man of the house and all this burden was put on him. So criminals who unalive people, very, very bad. But the real truth about McDreamy's adult life is that as a neurosurgeon, he has inadvertently unalived many people because of the riskiness of his profession, right? And he feels very bad about this, and it's a big challenge for him, which he has not integrated. And so when he is confronted with having to help someone who's very obviously a bad guy in this way, his reaction is insane. And he's like, this guy doesn't deserve pain medicine, let him suffer, just like not how he normally is. Like his dark side is showing, because what he's actually doing is rejecting that part of himself that also hurts people, right? You cannot see the full spectrum of who you are, then you will lash out at any representation of that part of yourself that you're not willing to look at or feed or integrate or whatever it is. You will lash out at that when you see it in the world. As always, this is a tool to help you love and accept yourself, to take responsibility for everything you are, to integrate it, to then, if you can see it and something needs to change it. If something needs to be loved and integrated, to do that. So shadow work, super helpful stuff.